Rita, are we going to be moving over to the our first live act of the night?
I think we are, yeah.
Imminently.
Oh,
I think
there
you'll
you are,
recognise her. There she
Cassandre.
is.
Can you hear me?
I can, thanks.
Cassandre, we were talking just now about when Valdens first appeared at Whitby and nearly took the roof off the place. It was a lovely, serendipitous moment, really. These moments only happen in live music in front of audiences once in a lifetime, and it was a tremendous thing. Was it the same thrill for yourselves?
It was. We just played after Sekou Keita, I think. So it was really, walking in after the greats, and he's a cousin of Abdul, who's our kora player. So we had to live up to the expectation. And of course, no one knew us, and it was our first UK tour. And I remember, well, the most crazy thing was that we were a band of 14 or 15 people, and we only had 20 minutes to set up from zero to everything to be ready to play. And our sound engineer had drilled it into us what was going to happen and how it would happen. And we managed it. And I think that was the bit that nobody saw in the audience, but that actually most astonished both us and the sound engineers and everyone from the team. And then from there, we just had the most amazing concert. And also, we knew the Swedish audience, we didn't know the British audience. And just to see the reception that we got was just mind-blowing for us.
Well, you had the audience in the palms of your hands, quite literally, because there was a moment near the end, the finale, where just by a hand movement alone, you got everybody to sit down and then jump up almost on order.
Yeah, that's the power of Scottish music and the bagpipes, and Foley was really good at getting everyone down, and then with that accelerando, just bring everybody up again, and yeah, it was amazing, and then just explosion. It was one of our best gigs, I think, that we've ever done. Really, it was something really quite special. And also, of course, all the glitter, and it kind of become our trademark. And the year after, people were coming with glitter on their faces saying, "I've got my glitter, I'm ready, I'm ready."
The glam rock band of the world music world,
yeah.
How did you get together with Valdens in the first? I mean, how did you all meet?
Yeah, so basically there's this thing called Ethno that happens all around the world since 1988 with the Farland Folk Festival. That was where it was founded. And so we all met there. Most of the people in Valdens band met there in 2010 at an Ethno in Sweden. And that's where the brothers, Eric and Arvid Rask, started thinking about this band. Arvid, Dave Gray, myself, and Charu, we got selected to go on a mini tour, and I think that's when this idea of a special band got created. And then 2 years later, they were like, guys, come to Sweden. We've gathered loads of their friends from around the world, and initially it was just a project, a one-off project, and it went so well that they decided, okay, let's do a tour, and another tour, and another tour, and it's 7 years later, and it's a bit on pause these days, but the mini tour this summer was cancelled, of course, but next summer, we've got a couple of festivals lined up, so it's great. It's still going.
We might be talking to you.
Oh, good.
Okay,
I like to hear that.
It's time for some music, Cassandre. You're in a COVID-secure stage, just 20 feet away from us, but over to you.
Thank you. And first of all, thank you so much for inviting us to play. So it seems that it's very strange. We're in COVID times. There's not a lot of music, but actually all the musicians are kind of busy this weekend specifically. So I asked Theo Theodoris Yerkas here to play with me. We play in another outfit, Bonendis, which is Greek music. But he's also a bass player. And we decided we'd just give this a try, record some bagpipes and bass. There might be a little bit of guitar here and there, but mainly it's to see how these instruments... So it's an experimental folk gig. And I think the hardest thing for us was to figure out how to match equal tuning with the frets and these instruments, which are not equally tuned. So that's the challenge for tonight. But what we're going to just play a few tunes for you from my repertoire, some French tunes, a Swedish tune, Valdens band kind of little reference, and a few others that I'll say along the way. We're going to start with a waltz. Okay, so the strangest thing I think for this gig is that we don't get any applause, so we don't actually know if you've enjoyed this or not. We're going to move on to a Swedish polska, and before I move on to the next one, I'd like to say just a few words about a friend of ours called Balbar, who died yesterday. And Balbar is someone who everybody in North London knows because he is one of the most incredible people who would support in the community, the musical community. He would go around with his camera. He had quite a few health problems, but was always out at the gigs, would make sure he would rest during the day and then go out and then take pictures of all the world music bands out in London. So anything Greek, anything Afrobeat, anything Italian, anything Turkish, he would just be there and be dancing and taking pictures. And the next day, we'd all have our pictures up on Facebook, and he'd just edit videos, no budget pav travels. That was his leitmotif. And he unfortunately died yesterday after contracting COVID for the second time. So Theo and I, who knew him very well through our music life, decided to dedicate this concert to him. So thank you, Musicport, for actually allowing us to play first live gig in 8 months and being able to dedicate it to Pav. So the next tune is a polska, a Swedish tune, and it's about a water nymph. So hopefully you can hear that in the tune. So Swedish music has been continuous since the 17th, 18th century, which makes it actually quite close to Baroque music, which is why I was playing this on a Baroque recorder, which is actually in 4/15, which means that it's not in A, but half a tone below it in G sharp, which means that the bass is playing a semitone lower than he might do, which makes it a bit tricky sometimes. The next piece is actually going to go to a Baroque time. We're going to go to the 17th century in Holland, and I'm going to play a solo recorder piece by Jacob van Eyck. So not the painter, but the musician. And this musician was quite special. He was blind, and he used to work in a cemetery around a church. And so when people would go to church, they would leave, and they would be singing hymns and singing songs. And what this gentleman did, he played the recorder. He was in the cemetery, he would play these songs, and then he would invent variations to these songs. So I'm going to play one of these, which is a folk song about beautiful Daphne, beautiful maiden Daphne. I'm not going to try and pronounce it in Dutch, but it's a staple of the Baroque recorder repertoire, but I think that it's very appropriate for folk music as well, as it's a folk tune. So this is Jacob van Eyck's Daphne's tune. Okay, so after this, we're going to go to some proper folky tunes, and we're going to go to Galicia and the UK. So we're going to start off with some 6/8 tunes. I'm pretty fond of 3/4 tunes, so waltzes, mazurkas, and this one was one as well. But I decided to put some 6/8 in there. So the next one is Ponte Sampaio, which is a traditional Galician tune, which is absolutely fantastic. And then we're going to follow it by another amazing tune by Paul James, Horizonto, of course. I have a folk band at the university where I teach, and I can tell you it's my students' favourite. So, Punheira de Monte Sampaio, followed by Horizonto. So now we're going to go back to some 3/4 tunes, of course, some mazurkas this time. Amazing to dance. And you might have seen I'm keeping my recorders in a scarf. It's because this Okay, so now we're going to change the mood a little. And this is actually a tune that we play with Valden's band. So we played it last time we were here at Musicport. And it's the one tune I've composed for Valden's band. I don't compose a lot, but I really want to write something for the band. And I actually composed it in Paris on one of the sweltering nights where it was really, really hot, about over 40 degrees. And I decided to call it Simi, after an island in Greece where it was extremely hot when I went there. So Simi. And now it's come time for our last set, a quick one, a quick Galician tune. So I'm going to get out the Galician bagpipes, which was the moment that Jim was talking about at the beginning, when everybody came up on their feet at the end of Musicport. The first time that Valden's band came, it was with those instruments. So we're going to play two muñeiras, a minor one and a major one from the traditional Galician repertoire. So thank you very much, Jim and Musicport, for having us today to play. I know that Valden's band has done a greeting that might air at some point in the next 2 days, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the program. And honestly, this is amazing that this is happening in such an incredible environment. Thank you to the team for enabling this. All right, we're going to leave you with this Muñeiras.
We know we're not allowed
Thank
more.
you very
It's
much.
Musicport.
I need to practice my circular dancing and breathing after watching that. It's Cassandre Balbar and her perfectly manicured fingers.
That was an absolutely lovely set. Thank you, Cassandra. And it's wonderful. She did a tune that me and Sue can actually play.
We can play Fubu Mazurka, yes.
So, we'll have to get together on that one sometime.